Ladies, I'm talking to the ladies here, JB, before you start. I love you. We got a hot guy in the back. Well, we got two of them. We got one, Christian. I know he's single looking. He's single, ready to mingle. I think JP is married. But go ahead. JB, how you doing? Coding King.
I am doing well. How are you doing today on this Thanksgiving week here
I
in
was doing
America?
good when, the last 5 seconds of our conversation, we were wondering where's all these giveaway items, where they at? Where they
Where they at?
I don't know, dude.
Everyone thinks that you carry inventory, that you have like a store downstairs that you mail stuff from.
No, I don't even have look, bro. Like my underwear are like 20 years old. I got so many holes in my underwear. Every time I fart, it whistles. Like it's like so. I don't have inventory at the house, kids. They get shipped. So let's get started. Hope everyone's having a good time. Thanks for joining today. I know being Tuesday, not Thursday, you didn't plan for this.
I'm all thrown off. People were texting me 4:00 yesterday saying, I thought you said you had a show today. And then I was like, do I have a show today? Because like I haven't heard from Eddie all day. And then and now it's Tuesday.
What happened is that Monday was supposed to be the show, but I forgot to, and I didn't say anything.
Okay. We're human, people.
I didn't say anything to nobody. And then functional doctor, I haven't been ghosting you on purpose. Every time you call, I'm in the bathroom. All right, let's get rolling. Our month podcast is sponsored by BioBombs, biobombs.com. Get the funk out. We're going to see the man, the myth himself. He's got a dope beard looking like Gandalf, but he's from the hood.
Solid beard.
Way
better than ours that we're trying to.
Mine is like patchy like my Christian. Look at mine, dude. It's like, look, I got a ball spot right here. Anyway. We're gonna skip this. FakeDetail.com. We will be doing one more giveaway for those who bought a shirt from September to December. All that money's gonna go back. We'll do that live Fake Detail giveaway. We have a new shirt out called Goated. But JB, we got someone else special we're gonna bring up. But before we bring him up, we're gonna cue the video of what we're talking about. No, we don't have a video for BioBombs because I suck. Ready?
I'm ready.
Which one is it? It was only just a dream. I used to wait. That's another man's story. Mine started 8 months, 2 weeks, 59 seconds, and a bunch of BS later. And here's where we're at. EC Details, 2,070 subscribers, and it's because of you. A short recap on how the channel started, which started me washing my Tesla. Next video was like, let me give you some advice on how to make some money in your business. The next one was a flop. The next one was a flop. And then my first rinseless video that I did was on the DIY rinseless. And that inspired many other versus videos on new products that no one's ever heard of, videos on Swift. And the question is, did it suck? And we all know that conclusion. Jamie said it best. She greasy. We went to the Fender being a pretender. Our top 5 rinseless washes. Opti, a.k.a. Danny, hooking the brother up with the dream. FakeDetail.com. To Labo Cosmetica. To Armor Detail Supply. To Y Fine Labs. To Thank You Fine Lab. To admire the coding you can't get, to lithium car care products. Don't forget. Now we're here, 2000. Labo Cosmetica has been in the building. DIY Details has been in the building. I've had several people come through, and now we come live to you today to give away our 2000 giveaway. Without you, this community would be nothing. But it is a fat man detailing cars. John DePaul.
Yeah. What's up, everyone?
Congratulations on winning that entire giveaway.
Yeah.
I wanted everyone to know that you were a real individual.
Yes.
Because your name, I didn't know how to pronounce it. So then I had to phone a friend. I was like, JB, what's that mean? And then I was like, I don't know. So tell us about yourself, and then we'll go through what you want.
Yeah. So at least in terms of my username, that actually came from back in the day when I first started my Instagram page. Actually, I had a Mustang, and just as a little Side note: don't ever drink and drive. But like,
or ride a horse.
Okay, so yeah, the equestrian portion came from the fact that I had a Mustang at that point, and I was really into it. And completely separate from anything to do with cars. I barely drink, but like my drink of choice is Scotch whiskey. So like that was just how I came up with a username, and it stuck. So that's my username. But yeah, I've been detailing kind of unofficially, really since I got my license. And
I feel like a lot of us started around that time.
Yeah. And then it was probably the last, I don't know, like year and a half that I really got into like doing paint correction and ceramic coatings and that kind of thing. And that really was like, wow, I enjoy this a lot.
So do you do it as like a hobby side weekend thing? Like what?
It's on the side, but I do have like, business cards and things like that.
That's not a side hustle, baby boy. That's a drug deal gone wrong. Like you're in it to win it. You are ready to go. You're hustling. If you got a business card, dude, you are hustling.
That's right. That's right. I gotta build up more of an online presence, but one step at a time.
That's awesome.
So walk us through this, because there's a lot of hype being said about the Fine Mech Polisher. You won the kit and caboodle. There's just still some things we're waiting for. I'm going to shout them out because we're still waiting for them. Armor Detail Supply. I'll talk to Bradley afterwards. Labo. But what did you get? What have you used? And how do you like it?
So DIY details always on top of it, no matter what. That was the first thing that arrived. So gold standard polish, their gold standard waffle pad, and their wool pad. Used all of them because actually just recently my mom unexpectedly had to trade her car, and so she got a Mazda CX-5, and I was like, yo, this is a perfect opportunity to use some of these spoils of the contest. And let me tell you, if I do say so myself, I think it came out really nicely. Mazda's, what do they call it? Soul Red metallic, whatever it is.
Those are hard to get right. Those are hard to get right. It's like dating a girl that you didn't know how she looked like until it was daylight.
Yes,
they're tough.
But when it's dialed in, it's nice.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, that gold standard polish, 98% I did with the foam waffle pad.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that really was pretty awesome. There were a couple spots did need the waffle pad, just like some little bits and need a little more something. But yeah, that was amazing. The Fine Mock itself. Well, Eddie, you know what I texted you about that.
Let them know, because I feel like everyone thinks I get paid by them and they all hate me. So let the people know what they want to hear.
No, that polisher is fantastic.
Where's my lighter?
Genuinely, it is fantastic. It's, in my opinion, it's actually smoother and quieter than the Rupes.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Smoother and quieter than the Rupes 21. Listen, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just telling you what's real.
That's awesome. Like I've never had an issue with the noise of my Rupes, but
Rupes sounds like two apes getting raped and then running away. It's the worst sounding noise ever. This is how it sounds like. You guys ready for the noise? Me and Christian were making noise in the background. That's how it sounds like. It can't. And it sounds like
pretty close, man. Yeah, it's pretty close, but like I've never thought like it's too loud or whatever. But that's awesome to hear that is it like a different tone compared to it, or is it just completely like quieter?
The Rupes, I would say, has kind of it reaches a certain pitch that can get really grating if you're like, especially depending on the way you're holding it. The Fine Mock, I like basically put it right up to my head, and
that's cool.
There are no issues. What did I say to you, Eddie? It's smoothing that girl across the room is too pretty for me. So
you lying, dude.
It's the truth.
Well, I wanted first to tell you thank you for being part of the community.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing the game and winning. And then did you have to pay for anything to play?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. So All you have to do is subscribe. New giveaway coming out, 3,000 is for the Rupes, actually. Wireless.
Bluetooth
kit. The wireless kit. The 21, the new one.
I know.
We're gonna give it away because I heard even from Ivan that was a good machine. We'll see. I'm gonna stay with ShineMate for my personal use. But anyway, John Paul, we're gonna get Christian in here. You're good to stay, or you can head out. We just appreciate you. But
hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me. If you're all right with me hanging out,
hang out. Stay beautiful. Bringing our guy in, Christian.
There he is.
Look at this man, dude. I didn't even give him a warning. Didn't even give him a warning
or an intro.
Little bit. The intro was great though. Appreciate the intro, Eddie.
Here's the problem with you, right? So I'm gonna be honest. Shout out to our sponsor. You don't have to pay me to do that. You don't have to put a super chat. I'll just shout you out. Thank you for everything you've done for both channels. I know when you first started, this is me getting away from the intro because you don't have video online. So hi, this is Jamie the Cleaner. You're gonna put the BioBomb right here in the thing. You're gonna let it right. I don't want to have to use Jamie's stuff because everyone's using his stuff, right? So first of all, I appreciate you because when you first came out, you came out just giving away all your stuff. You didn't ask for anything in return. So I want to say, first of all, thank you for blessing the community, and then we'll get into the questions.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys having me. What's going on, boys?
It's nice to meet you face to face, Christian. I know we've talked behind the scenes, and I've used a couple of the BioBomb stuff, and man, you're not kidding. Like, it smells good, it lasts. I've been checking in every week, asking, being that annoying guy, how's the car smell? Yeah. And nothing but good things. So
awesome,
not me. I let it ride, dude. I let it ride. You know what they say, right? A man who has to put a lot of cologne should be hints. It shouldn't be in your face, and that's what I appreciate about the AF bars. It's like a hint, right? It's not like
that's definitely that's the mellow one.
Yeah, it's like you smell it and you're like, "Dang, girl, what you wearing?" And you realize it's yourself. That's what
There you go. Yeah, that's the fresh. Yeah, that's our subtle one.
Like, my car doesn't stink, but like by any means. But I want to put. I'm going to put one in my car anyway. Just. I've used the. I think I told you guys this. I've used the Starnagloss Gold air freshener.
Never heard of her.
For about a year, so I got to let that dissipate a little bit, or have something kind of override that.
Sure.
Don't use the lemon. Here's what I've learned too, and then we'll get into the question. So you have this product called the lemon. Let me bring the website.
Aerosol fire.
Yeah, you got to use the whole bottle, right? It was meant to use the whole bottle. You don't just want to spray. It was meant to deodorize a room, right?
Yeah, I mean, you technically, if you're doing like a room or something like that, sure. I would definitely not set one of those off in an entire car, though.
So what happened was
your car be smelling lemon fresh for like 3 weeks, dog. Like, I mean, like strong.
The lady calls me and she's like, "Hey, so sir." I was like, "Oh my gosh, what did I do?" She goes, "Why is my car lemon smell not going away?" I'm like, "Yeah, I let the whole thing go." I was playing Frozen. Oh yeah, let it go. Hey, it smells like lemons. Hey, I told her, look, just ride with it. Put the window down and let it be.
She'll be good till spring.
She'll be good until next year because she's like 90. All right,
damn. It's that kind of show. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Let's get into it, and let's who is BioBombs? Now, we want to try to ask you things that, like, Jamie hasn't asked, because we have a lot of the same viewers. But for those that don't know, let's just get into who you are.
Keep it short because we got some aggressive stuff to ask you. And the questions compound, Christian, right?
All right. I was already nervous getting in here because JB's like the question king. He's got like 3-4 level questions on people, So who are BioBombs? BioBombs started about 6.5 years ago, going on 7 years now. Basically, we tried to come into the game with chlorine dioxide products for deodorization and a little bit of a different spin on kind of the air freshener scene that you typically would get with your regular sprays or, aerosols, things of that nature, or whatever.
Were you
originally developed from just being in the field? So, but a buddy and me have ran our own mobile detail company for the past 17 years, doing like dealership work and stuff like that. One of our specialty services that we provided has always been odor removal. So we've tried everything under the sun, and after years and years and years of trying all these different types of things or whatever, chlorine dioxide kits are like the way to go. The thing is we were spending an arm and a leg buying them for 25, 30, $35 a piece. And, you know, that led to one conversation turning into, you know, where we are now.
See, I frequent like a lot of the detailing threads on Reddit, and a lot of people like, oh, my car stinks, or there's this smell in my car. How do I get it out? And everyone,
stop farting in your car. Put the window down.
Everyone's quick to just throw ozone out. They're all run the ozone. And like, I know that's been the practice for a while, and like, I'm not supposed to use ozone in California, so I can't easily order a machine. So that kind of leads us into the next part that we wanted to ask you. So your tablets versus ozone, which is safer, and is ozone appropriate in any situation?
I want to tag on that too and touch on this, right? So I have little kids. JB's about to have a few, and then I don't know if John Paul has any kids.
Nah, I wish.
Not yet. So we're all none
that I'm aware of.
Dogs. We have dogs, puppies, cats. Okay. You know, we're dog lovers, right?
Absolutely.
So is ozone safe? And then why would I pick up tablets versus ozone? I think that's what I'm wondering. Is it safe?
I mean, the biggest difference between ozone and ClO2, ozone it's been a standard practice for years. It works. You know, obviously adding an oxygen molecule, it changes the composition of the air, it breaks down kind of the bacteria and the different molecules that are causing odors or whatnot. The biggest problem about ozone, especially if you use it for a prolonged period or repeatedly in the same vehicle, it will actually like break down the integrity of the plastics and the fabrics inside the vehicle. From a breathing perspective, I mean, our product is safer than an ozone machine. But same thing with our product. You don't want to sit inside the car when you're using one of the odor bombs.
I did it the other day. I felt like I was in heaven.
I mean, listen, I got guys at the lots, man, that we work at that are crazy. They pop one in the car, they drive it around to the lot, park it, and hop out. I'm like, yo, dude, what are you doing? Like the BioBombs in the car. Like, man, I've been dealing with this stuff for years. I'm like, dude, don't do that.
Oh
like,
my God.
That's why we have labels everywhere. You know what I mean? But yeah, in regards to having it be safer than ozone, without a doubt. It breaks down to pretty much a salt compound once the actual solution is done kind of gassing off. So, you know, it's a lot safer in regards to that. The biggest thing about ozone, which I always kind of warn everybody who uses it on a regular basis still, is like you really don't know where a lot of those components are being sourced from, especially if you're getting them overseas or whatever. Amazon's flipping ozone machines for $30, $40, $60 or whatever. Truthfully, I would never run something like that, even in my detached garage, you know what I mean? And not be in the area just in case something were to happen, because that's an electrical fire right there, dude. I mean, you kind of alleviate that headache or worry by using our product.
I saw this dude, like, you know, one of those, you dry clothes in it. What's it called? A dryer.
Seems so simple.
I'm burnt out.
It's because he was sitting
in the ozone.
BioBomb.
Yeah,
I was like this.
With a BioBomb.
No, but listen, I see these kids online. First of all, there's this dude online. Let's talk about this for a second. He was spraying a car with a pressure washer and was proud of it.
On the seat, yeah,
bro. Yes, listen, detailers. Please, Lord, help you. There's not a vacuum in this world that could pull that much water up after you get it that low.
He was
anyway.
He was
like, and then he shows a picture of his truck, like slow motion, like this. Like he's proud of it. I'm telling you right now, if I would have seen that in my Tesla, I would have fought that guy. But you see these guys use ozone, they stick it in, they put one of those dryer vents things, they pull it out, and all that stuff. In my mind, anything that you're messing with the air, I don't touch. Like air quality, I mean, because I don't want my plastics to degrade. So does your product degrade plastics over time?
Nope, not at all. You could set 50 BioBombs off in a car and it won't deteriorate, won't. It's not corrosive, won't mess with any screens. The only thing that's going to happen if you ever have to put multiple, say 4 or 5 in a vehicle, because it's like the worst thing you ever smelled in your entire life, you might get a little bit of film on the glass. You just clean that right off with a regular glass cleaner, anything with alcohol in it, just knock it right out.
It's probably on
but ozone itself is the biggest pain in the butt, just because it's like you got to plug it in, you got to set it up, and you got to worry about not tripping over the cord. You can't do an exterior while you're running an ozone machine if you got to rent it. It's one of those things where it's like, then you're leaving the machine at the customer's house. You're coming back to pick it up. And at that point, you're losing money. You're just doing a service for them to get a +1, you know, with them as a customer. But, you know, with the BioBomb, it's like you do it. One of the guys put a comment in, one of the star comments or whatever. If I always tell the guys when you're doing a interior air quality reset service, set the BioBomb off in the car. After you get done doing the interior, do your exterior real fast, wrap everything up, grab it out the car, and you're good to go. It's like, it's just a seamless.
I always do that at the end. See, that's good tips. Good tips, baby.
It's probably on the bottle, but I'm like, I don't usually read the bottle. Like Bradley yelled at me the other day because I didn't read the bottle for Armor Detail. But
you have to read the bottles, dude. There's two tips on the BioBomb bottle that people miss all the time.
I was gonna ask you, can it be used like in a home, like if the house is empty, if you're trying to kill odors in the house?
Absolutely. Okay. You could do it in like a pet area room as long as
that's what say people have cats or something like that.
No, you can shut the door, just put a little towel down at the bottom of the door if you got a gap or whatever. If some of the gases come out, it's not going to knock you out or anything like that. It's just going to smell like chlorine or bleach. But we have a room deodorizer kit that basically is the same kit with specialized directions on it for home use. Cool. Just so that if someone wanted to use something in a home, like we have guys who bought them with house fires, we've had like biohazard situations, things like that. Apartment complexes pick them up all the time off of us when they have tenants move in and out. Some people like to cook, some people like to smoke a lot of pot. I mean, you know, it gets rid of all that stuff. So
that's awesome.
Shout out to the culture. Hey, I want to hear from John Paul. John Paul, you ever use a BioBomb? If not, how come? Putting you in the hot seat.
Yeah, I have personally not had the opportunity to use one, but I've seen Jamie's advertisements, if you can call them that, his YouTube shorts. I am certainly intrigued by them. For whatever reason, I just haven't actually had a client show up who's like, "Yo, my car stinks," you know.
So here's a perfect segue, right? So I tell guys this all the time. And as detailers, right, we have a tendency to kind of pigeonhole ourselves a little bit when it comes to like odor removal. Like if you called me up, Eddie, and you were like, "Hey, my car smells like weed, whatever. I got to get rid of it. I had a lot of it last night. The wife's getting mad. I got to make sure I clean it, whatever." You would be able to offer a BioBomb treatment, obviously, like because it would get rid of the smell. However, you know, one of the big things I tell guys all the time is like, don't necessarily stop offering our products in that particular scenario because you can offer an interior air quality reset service. Now, an interior air quality reset service is completely different than an odor removal service in regards to the way it sounds.
Bring that back, because I feel like we're doing a play on words. What do you mean by like a reset? When we say air quality reset, isn't that what an odor bomb is? Or are you saying just...
It is, but I'm saying, not to offend you, if you were going to get your car done, your car didn't stink, I couldn't offer you an odor removal service. I could, however, offer you an interior air quality reset service.
That's a marketing tip right there.
I'm going to call you.
But there's a difference kind of in the way you approach that too, you know, because Cooper Tire did a survey. You could look it up, Eddie, and pull it up if you want. It's right on the internet or whatever. But they did a survey in like 2021. We spent on average 18 days a year inside of our vehicle as Americans. So you figure every 6 months, you're spending a solid 9 days in your car. We have a tendency to become very nose blind to our own scent. So just because you might think your car doesn't stink doesn't mean when you pick your girl up or you take your kids somewhere or whatever, that they're not getting in your car thinking your car stinks. So pitch that, you know, as part of the interior air quality reset. It's a really nice thing to be able to reset your car's interior back to zero a couple times a year. For the guys that offer maintenance washes and stuff like that, it's super simple. I mean, you know, you drop the tablet inside. A lot of these guys know if you're a pro, we give you special pricing, but you drop one of the kits inside of the car or whatever, and you charge a customer $30 to $50. And it's, you just set it and forget it. You walk away, do the exterior of the car. Next thing you know, you're whacking on an extra $50. You do that 4 times a week. Next thing you know, you're close to $1,000 extra a month in revenue.
That's pretty dope. We got a segue for a moment. Shout out to Toto. Great time, great people.
Hey,
appreciate the love, brother.
Appreciate that, Toto.
Dang, bro. Now I gotta reset my car because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what I've been eating lately, but sometimes I'd be ninjaing, and then I'll leave the car, and you know my wife goes in and she'll text me something died in here, and I start laughing like, I think it was like, I think I'm allergic to ice cream. I think the older I get, the more allergic I'm becoming to stuff. So I started, my poor wife, bro.
Hey,
the bar helps though.
Life pro tip: don't ever leave Persian food leftovers in your car. For even like like kebabs and stuff. I love the food. Don't leave it in your car. Don't even be like, oh, I'm gonna go, after dinner, go out somewhere, and then don't do it. Don't.
It's crazy how odor molecules attach themselves inside of a vehicle. It's wild. We had a bread truck, dude, that I had to do a deodorization on, and you would think it was like one of those Nissan NV200s or whatever. And I mean, it had no carpets, had just the front seats, dashboard, whatever, all bare metal on the inside. This thing smelled like a loaf of bread. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I had to put 3 BioBombs in there, 2 in the front, 1 underneath the seat, and 4 actually, and 1 in the back cabin, just to get rid of that smell. It was horrible. And
but I mean, it's awesome that the smell goes away, because there's been so many times I bought some. I mean, I'm sure we've all purchased Febreze or something that's like,
nah, never in my life.
That's like, oh, gets rid of pet odors. It's not. It's right. Your house just smells like good smelling Dookie.
At Stock and Tim, my house smells like
citrus. You ever see that Sean Connery meme? It's like, oh great, like it's like now the bathroom smells like citrus or whatever. it's like citrusy shit. It's just
Shout out to Sean Connery, rest in peace.
All right, for real. Go. All right, we have another question though. So this is where it gets deep. So, your thoughts on the industry as a whole? What is there left to innovate?
In odor removal and air fresheners. Where are we at? You're saying just in general.
You are a detailer first, then you started your business, right? You've been detailing for over 7. See, a lot of people don't know that you're in the grind every day. When I talk to you sometimes, you're like, man, I got these 47 cars I'm busting now. I'm like, first of all, you said 47. I do too, and I felt like Oprah Winfrey when she was fat jumped on my chest. I'm like this. Like my body hurts. When you say 47, it kind of blows my mind. So my question for you is, when we were thinking about this is, as the industry and then in odor, what is there left to innovate?
And don't say odorless iron remover, because everyone's already said it.
Goated, by the way.
I mean, listen, that's huge. I'm excited to try that. I watched the video.
So am I.
I'm definitely, Eddie sold me on it. You know what I mean? 100%. Like, but the biggest innovation, I think, at least on interiors, in my opinion, was going from like the extractors all day to the drill brush. That was a big, big thing. One of the things a lot of you guys don't realize that are in the game doing detailing on a regular basis, I would say probably 90% of your vehicles that you guys clean have black carpets nowadays, right? Fair to say?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like it's rare for me to see.
I would say absolutely. Now, one of the things we specialize in doing that we've been doing, this is way back before the carpets were just black. We dye carpets with aerosols, high tech, the different companies that are out there, whatever, SEM, whatever it might be. But you'd be surprised, man, like a nice flat black spray paint on a carpet, when you can't get like the sand and little bullshit pieces of hair out of the carpet and kind of is not making your end product look exactly what you want, a light little it takes a knack to do. Once you get it done, I guarantee you guys put me in front of any black car you want. You can give me 20 minutes and you'd be like, dude, there's no way that car looks that way. I spray paint an entire carpet black. Whole thing. Freehand.
I've never heard of this.
Wait, time out. You think we could innovate with painting carpets, like making it easier to dye carpets? Or are you
I'm saying in a sense of being able to save some time out in the field for the guys who are doing mobile detailing on a regular basis, I would keep a can or 2 or 6 of black spray paint flat in your van for when you do interiors and you're dealing with a ton of sand, a ton of miscellaneous stuck hair, stuff like that, or whatever. I just did a car over the weekend. My neighbor's dog, rest in peace, got hit by a car on Friday night. They brought her home Saturday. Long story short, she didn't make it Saturday. I had to rush her to the hospital in the neighbor's car. Well, she let her stuff out all over the place or whatever. And the car was an absolute disaster, but it had hair everywhere, dude. And I had to torn the door out. I'm coming with the lily brush. I mean, I'm using everything left and right for everything. I'm like, man, this is the worst. And I just, after a while, I'm like, forget this, man. My neighbor and I don't care. Pull out the black spray paint.
Well, we got questions. People want to know, like,
the entire Mini Cooper, dude. The whole thing black.
Wow.
Oh my
God. This is not the answer I was expecting.
Christian, hey.
Listen, guys, I made a living doing this for 17 years. So
doing something right.
Dyeing carpets is a real thing, dude.
What about the tan ones? Like, okay, I feel like black makes sense. Like, you ever get the black carpet, you can't get clean, right?
That's what I mean.
It's like you have rust stains, or you use everything in your arsenal to get it out. You steam, you do it, nothing comes out. I get that. That makes sense. Spray it. What about tan, or what about like the grays and things?
So, yeah, I've done all those. I mean, I used to do back when like Toyota Camrys were all gray or tan. I mean, all of our accounts we primarily deal with are all foreign makes because they sell the most units. So we go to the guys that move the most stuff week to week. But Camrys in particular had gray and tan carpets. So there's a shade set of grays and a shade set of tans that I would recommend the guys. Anybody could always hit me up and just be like, yo, I got a 97 Camry. It's a tan carpet. What do you recommend? And I just spit the name off the top of my head or whatever color it would be because I've been doing it for years. But you can dye other carpets. I mean, we've done it plenty of times, like pink stains, stuff like that, like you can't get out of the carpets or whatever. It's a pain in the ass to dye something like that or whatever because the pink keeps pushing through. But there's a technique. You brush it one way, you spray it, you let it sit for a minute, you brush it the other way, you spray it. We two-can it with two different shades, a darker gray and a lighter gray.
Wild.
I'm telling you right now, I love you, bro. Like, I got mad respect for you, and I know you live close to Reading, PA, so this is some hood stuff. I would never. Listen, I couldn't even imagine being like, "Hey,
you guys are losing your mind." Yeah.
No, I can't. I couldn't even imagine texting my wife, be like, "Hey, Bev, I need you to get me some black flat paint so we could." I know, bro. I can't even. I get
my
nervous.
wife's from Pennsylvania, and that's the most Pennsylvania shit I've ever heard.
Yeah,
100%.
That
is dope.
We'll be fighting at the Home Depot, right? Because there's a dealership up the street from where I live at. Huge used car dealer. They got like 400 used cars on the lot. Most of them are all hit or whatever, but they're all like Benzes and Land Rovers and shit's a really nice dealership. But they know the deal. So like it's between me or them all the time at the depot for who gets the order of the flat blacks. Because the cans we get are like $2.50 a piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's it called? They want to know.
I'll pull a bottle. Hold on.
No, he's got a bottle. Listen, I would never do
up,
this,
bro, before the dealership gets them.
I lived in Pennsylvania like a long, long time, bro. And now I get why every time we drive past the Honda dealership, there's a dude outside spray paint.
There it is. Quick color. Take a screenshot, everybody.
That's
$250. Bottom rack at Home Depot. All the way at the bottom. Don't get the gloss. The gloss will dry sticky. Flat won't.
These are the seat. This is keeping it real.
I'm telling you, man. One of you guys is gonna message me on the side, like, "Yo, I just sprayed my carpet black. You just saved me like 45 minutes and my shoulder."
How long does it? Okay. I'm interested. I'm invested. Okay. Yeah. I sprayed black. How long before the customer come pick the car out? Because my house is not a used car lot.
You do BioBomb and it gets rid of the smell.
You mean after you spray it?
So I do the whole interior.
It dries in 2 minutes.
So what if they spill something on it while they get out? They got, these ladies, right? Or these dudes, they go grab their coffee. Thank you for the interior. We'll put a good review. They never do the review, by the way. I'm salty about that. Can you tell? I'll put the review for you. Thank you, sir. Sure. I'm like, hey, they give you a tip. YOLO, never see the bird again. But look,
never see the bird.
She pours.
Yeah.
What to do to black paint?
Nothing. It's dye. I mean, if you ever spray paint,
it
doesn't do anything. I'm serious, dude.
I'm not sure about that, dude. I love you. I'm gonna try it.
Listen, tomorrow morning. When you wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna have a video sent to you. You're gonna see the before and the after.
I'm invested.
I'm gonna spray the hell out of it for you.
That's awesome.
But that's my biggest thing I could say to guys to save some time or whatever. As far as the direction goes, I like where the industry is. I mean, I love to see all these different companies coming out with stuff. I like to see friendly competition. I think the space itself is big enough. There's a lot of money to be made right now in products, and there's a better marketing opportunity than I think has ever been available before because of platforms like you guys and social media and things like that or whatever. I mean, you get a click. I mean, there's 25 of my guys in the chat right now, that I've worked with.
Tell them to subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and all that jazz.
Yeah, there you go. And then spray paint everyone's car. Look, YOLO 2020. Here's what I'm hearing on the Keep It Real podcast. JP, John DePaul, here's what I'm hearing. Spray paint everything. Spray it all. I need the color for gray.
I need to stop vacuuming altogether.
I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna clean the bottom. I'm gonna blow it out. And if I see a brown, and then when
you do like behind the pedals, like I couldn't tell you the last time I cleaned a brake pedal and a gas pedal.
What you even do the paint?
I've spray painted the pedals for 15 years.
Oh my God.
I'm not lying, dude.
What?
You never would know, dude. You never would know. If I wouldn't have told y'all, you guys would have never known, dude.
I can't right now, dude. I'm out. You know what this is giving me vibes of? That dude spraying in. I'm trying to find this so we can all laugh together. He's spraying down talking about he's an OG detailer. Hold on. Hey, Joel, I need you to, can you message me that short real quick of that dude spraying
there's dudes in here right now probably losing their mind, man.
Dude, now I got to check to see if the dealership's ever sprayed my carpet.
Joel said Chris is a savage.
He doesn't even
I'll send you a video too, bro.
When's the last time you used chemicals, dog?
Oh, I use my chemicals.
Like what? For what? You spray panels too, black or no?
No, I mean, I listen every once in a while. I drill brush carpets. I mean, I know I've been in the game so long. I know if I drill brush something, it was going to come out or not. Period. I mean, no diss to anybody else that does the whole process meticulously, every vehicle, whatever. That's fine and dandy. I know what works, when it can be worked, what comes out, what doesn't come out.
That is so wild to me.
That's the same thing, dude. Like I do crazy things. Like you guys could offer a service to fix a burn hole in a carpet. If a customer got a piece of
spray paint
burn hole, dude, burn hole or gum, that's an easy fix too, man. Easy fix.
Well, tell me so I know how to fix it.
All right. So gum in general, especially during the colder months, it's a lot easier, right? Get yourself a super sharp razor blade, square razor blade, not one of the ones with the tapered edges. And you want to basically hold that blade and you want to shimmy it across.
That's what I've been doing.
Across the gum. Take out the majority of it, cut around it or whatever. Get yourself some clear, Gorilla Glue, anything like that that's going to bond real nice. And basically, you go up underneath the gas pedal of the car. You cut out a chunk of the carpet. Listen, man, you cut out a chunk, right? I cut small chunks, but you could cut a chunk out like that big, right? And then you take that chunk, you put it on your knee, right, with the razor blade. You shave the fibers, and then you pinch it and pick it up the same way as the fibers were put in, like they were there, and you set that right inside the burn hole. Not too much, not too little. Bro. You put it in the hole. You give it a couple of little taps like Jamie does with the granola bar or whatever when he slides it under. Get it to look like it's the same texture or whatever. Give it a little and you're done.
You're probably the best.
How much do you charge for something like that? $100. I'll fix your burn hole for you.
So the work that we do with our detail company is called Second Impressions. We work directly with used car dealerships. So we do every used car they have on their lot, whether it needs work or not. We maintain and keep their used cars looking good so that when customers get in them, there's not trash in the seats or paper mats jammed underneath the pedals or whatever, But we don't charge any extra for burn holes. You can charge, guys charge anywhere between $30, $50, something like that or whatever. If it's somewhere in an area that's going to be popping out, that's kind of really in your face or whatever, some of them you can't get to look right because some carpet, as you guys know, it's like not even felt, know? Yeah. All of a sudden, like Hyundai used to have the worst carpets ever. Now I get in a Hyundai and it's like the best carpet, like out of any vehicle I get in. It's nicer than a Lexus. It's nicer. I mean, you name it. It's nicer than any of them.
You just MacGyvered my whole life.
Nothing makes me happier than doing an interior that's got plush, nice carpet. Like they could have the exterior could be ceramic coated and make a breeze to clean. I'm happier that the inside is plush.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. So I took this off. I don't know why I clicked so fast, but I can see this working, right? But if I have to sit there and fit my fat body under a pedal to cut a piece of carpet to fix a burn hole, and I cut too much, and then she looks like my patch job, and she says, "What's this dude doing, bro?" Like, how many should I do? Should I offer for free? Have him sign a waiver? How do I protect myself?
Well, a lot of the times when you see a burn hole that's in a vehicle that you're detailing, it's probably going to be somewhere like on the side still or underneath the front seat or passenger seat. That's a really good place for you to be able to play around and try without having to mention anything about it. Another way to do it, I mean, when we learned and we wanted to get good at it, we just grabbed a couple seats out the junkyard and just, back in the day, we would smoke things or whatever and, just put it out on the seat and go back and try to fix it. You know?
Hey, I'm gonna clap. You're old school, dog. I appreciate you being old school. Now
and he's gonna try a piece of his beard to fill in the...
I'm gonna try this right here, the one that just like sticking out. You know, it makes me happy because I haven't felt hair on my head for like 10 years. So when I could grow it,
I respect it, boys. I respect it. There are beards out there. We're a whole gang of us right now.
Hey, I do want to play a video. Shout out to Christian for inspiring this video. This lad over here. Let me close. I don't know how to close Insta. I'm just gonna play it. I'm gonna yeah, ready?
Ready.
Go here. Can you guys see it?
Look at him go. Look at him go. And damn.
All right. I'm gonna be honest.
Proud of it too.
Hey, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I wouldn't trust that guy with my cat.
I've seen Jeep dudes doing that before, or whatever, and I think
that was a Honda Accord, bro.
That was a Ford F-150 or something, dude.
She broke the seat, broke the dash, and he's like, send me a 5-star review. Hi, I washed the inside of your car. We extracted everything. There's no way on this earth, look, no way on this earth, okay, that there's any fan that you could buy on Amazon that's gonna dry that up. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what's happening. No way on this earth that the dude sitting in that seat is not gonna get mold in his butt crack.
Oh man! All right. Before we get to Q&A time and all that good stuff, we have one final question. As a company owner, what practices do you see from other companies that rub you the wrong way?
Ooh. It's not the carpet spray paint. You can't bring that up.
I would say the biggest thing that always rubbed me the wrong way, even before I was like in the game like that, is customer service. You know, that's one of the biggest things for me, dude. Like, you know, we try to get back to everybody as quick as possible. I try to get every call if possible. I got 2 other guys that occasionally will grab them, but for the most part, I'm grabbing that thing at 11 o'clock at night. I don't care. But it would definitely be the customer service. Like, I wrote an email. I got this really dope book on Instagram that they got me on an ad for. You know, I'm like, oh man, this is cool. Like rebuilding civilization. Like I'm a nerd like that and shit. You know, so I bought this book. And it was like $100 book, right? So I'm like, all right. So I get this book in the mail, and they send it by USPS, ground select, in a padded envelope.
Oh,
dog! I'm saying it's got like dents all over it. Now, like, I wouldn't care if I bought the book for like $30, whatever. You know what I mean? It's a $100 book. So I rate this company 3 times, and I haven't heard back from them yet. I'm like, yo, I'm not writing y'all again. I'm disputing the charge on my credit card if y'all don't get back to me in like the next week. Like
I don't think it's unreasonable to expect, especially from an established company, to have a response within 24 to 48 hours. Anything longer than that, I've lost.
I can't be the only dude arguing the fact that you sent it through ground select in a padded envelope for $100 book.
Wait, I gotta be honest. I spent $695 to become certified with the company because I was testing them because they were first out. I'm going to show you the picture of what I got. Keep talking. $695. Now, everyone in chat, let me ask you a question, right? If you spent $695 for car, ceramic coatings, and chemicals and things of that nature, how do you expect that to come to your house?
Laced.
In a box.
In a beautiful box. I mean, I want presentation. I want the felt on the inside. I want the molded inserts that they're popped in. I'm looking for a cool like QR code or something to scan. Hey, welcome to the gang.
Nah. I'm looking for it, but like in my mind, and I think customer service is important. If you're gonna spend money, and this is what Christian DIY does this, Owner's Pride does this, Parks Car Care does this, even the Labo does this. I get a box. Inside of the box, everything's squared up. Like nothing's moving, nothing's leaking. And if I do have a leak, even with Car Supplies Warehouse, I get on chat. Joe's like, I got you, man. Sends me, take a picture, send another one. No questions asked. None. This one, I'm looking up.
I'm too easy going, man. If it leaks, like it has to be like there's a threshold. If it leaks over a certain threshold, then I'll complain about it. Because otherwise, I'm not gonna deal with the trouble of all that.
No, but I feel like you almost gotta like it's kind of a disservice not to say something to the company.
Oh, to let them know as a company, so that they can improve.
Like that. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean, that's been a big thing. Like, you know, you always, at least for us, it's like every once in a while we'll botch an order or something like that. You know, someone will say, "Oh, I got 1 instead of 2 or whatever." You know, and even when something like that happens, we always try to throw a little something extra in there, you know, to make things right or whatever. Even if guys have used a product and they're like, "Hey, it didn't really get the odor out all the way," I'm like, "No problem. We'll just shoot you out another one. Don't worry about it. We want you to be satisfied and get rid of the odor." You know, so I think that's just like that's the biggest thing for me that I would like to see an improvement on. But you know, as we move into the AI world and stuff, I mean, that's a whole other conversation. But like, are you really going to be talking to people anymore anyway? You know,
I hope not.
It writes emails for me, but I do want to show this.
I don't want to talk to anybody.
Armor Detail Supply. Shout out to DJ. All you boxes are nice. $600. $600.
Eddie, before you show it, there's a question in the chat.
What is it? Since you left me, my life ain't been the same. I don't even need to show. I don't even need to show. Hey, and people say, "Well, Eddie, you roast all these companies. You're always negative." I'm like, bro, for $600, that's a lot of money. If you guys don't understand the economic phase that we're in life, that's a lot of scratch.
I got to be honest. For $600, it better come in like the same packaging that a Rolex Explorer comes in. Mm-hmm. You know, like that leather lined kind of thing.
Something, man. Even like an iPhone, like my iPhone. I know those have gotten smaller and smaller, but it's still like a nice unboxing experience when you feel like care was taken. You know, but yeah, when I just get things that are thrown together, come on.
I'm gonna play the clip. I'm not even gonna play the clip.
You'd be surprised, man. Custom boxes are not cheap.
No, they're not.
They are not cheap.
And look,
I'm definitely pricing them out right now.
This is me. They changed it, right? So they made it right. Well, some of it. They made it right. So I don't want to dog them too much, but they were just, I don't want to give no one excuses. I don't want to be negative here, but I'm going to be honest. I'm going to play the clip. Hold, please. Where is it? This power heads for a word of prayer.
I think that's just is that a picture? It's just a picture.
That's a picture. Yeah, that's a picture.
I thought you were playing a video.
No, sorry. I'm gonna play a video. This is how it came. This is how it came. But let me show you the other picture.
Damn.
Let me show you the other picture. Like nothing survived, bro. Nothing survived.
That's a bad look, man.
I wouldn't even play the picture. You guys get the point. I'm not gonna show it.
It's a bad look.
No, I would expect more than that.
$600.
That I probably would have given like a little feedback, like, "Hey, thanks for letting me into your little club, but hey." Anyway, that's all I got for questions. So should we get to Q&A?
No, I got one in here. Ricky said, "Christian, why haven't you sprayed the beard?" That's a good one. Answer the question. This is all the development of BioBombs, all the gray.
That's
all. That's what it took.
That's the investment right there.
Yeah, exactly. The Gandalf wizardry.
I like what Dirk said here. Dirk pick. Like, if you could throw the package down the stairs and it survives, it should be okay to ship in this day and age. All I'm saying is this, especially in this time that we're all like buying stuff online in this e-commerce world, two things people are going to remember: how they received their package and how you responded to me. That's all they're going to remember, right? So if you're starting a new company, you're shipping online and you get a package and it's leaking all over the place, or UPS said it didn't make it, or this and that, and your customer service doesn't support that, you've lost me as a customer. I'm done. You lost me as a customer, period.
Yep.
All right, Q&A time.
Let's do it. G. Davis, I'm looking forward to Joey's tips on Thanksgiving leftovers and how to spice up your romance during the holiday season. Well, stay tuned, G. Davis. Stay tuned.
That was good.
Question for Christian before I forget. LOL. I'm curious. In a vehicle that stinks and is disgusting inside, can BioBomb get rid of the stench without any cleaning? There's a second part, because then I would do my exterior detail work while the BioBomb's running, and then my interior work. Seems to me that would save time.
So I got a lot of buddies that buy our kits that run construction companies, contractors, things like that. These guys don't clean their vehicles before they treat them. It will get rid of the majority of the funk, but you got to realize a lot of the odors from cars come from like dead skin cells coming off of our bodies, food crumbs, ashes, dirt, things like that that are like kind of, they're in the vehicle. So you always want to kind of remove things, remove the source if possible first. But you can treat a vehicle. I've had guys had to treat cars because like, yo, I can't even get in this thing. Like I'm bombing it first just because I got to wear a hazmat suit to get in it or whatever.
Yeah.
And like in that situation, without a doubt, I would definitely bomb it first. But I always tell guys, man, crack the interior out first, drop the BioBomb in it, then do your exterior. That way you can grab everything and roll out.
I got an answer for this one. So I want to share my screen. This is not a sponsored video. I think people, but if you're looking for a polisher right now that is good quality, and that I didn't even say, I got this information from Sandro, and he has like 300,000 subscribers. The Australian detailer, that guy's a beast. Have you seen his stuff?
No.
Shine Mate polishers are busting. Like the wireless ones are real good. Battery lasts about 35 to 40 minutes on heavy load because of 2 batteries and a charger. That Milwaukee makes a busting polisher, and I don't know about Rupes. Flex, they make a good polisher, it's just real expensive, and then getting a Flex. You're paying for the name for sure. But Flex to me is good too. But if I were you, partscarcare.net, get yourself one. I think they got 20% off for Black Friday. So you get 25% off the prices, and they come with 2 batteries.
Hey, just grab 2 extra batteries. You're good to go, man.
I know you deal with smells, but do you guys ever consider making something for cars that are stored, etc., to battle humidity?
So our odor control granules that we have on the website, they come in 2 different sizes. They actually work by absorbing the moisture out of the air. So, for a storage situation for a vehicle, that's actually not a bad choice. If not, you could always use one of, say, like the gel kits that we have online. The gel kits, like they're kind of really set up more for like a small bathroom or a closet or, somewhere like a kitty litter area, pet area, something like that, because it's releasing enough of the gas to get rid of odors, but not enough to be an irritant or bother you or even notice it. But the granules or the gel work really well for those type of situations where you're not going to be moving the vehicle and you can kind of just leave it sitting.
All right. We've got a comment from Sock here. What I learned about ozone is you don't want to leave the generator in the car as it needs oxygen to make the ozone, which if left in the vehicle, it will drown itself in ozone and not be effective.
Yeah, that is
Sounds
true.
like Tennessee whiskey.
So I see a lot of guys set them up on like ladders or stools outside with a little vent going in or whatever. And then that's, like I said, even more of a pain in the ass because you're walking around it. You got to worry about tripping over the cords. It's just, that's the thing about ozones, man. Like, don't get me wrong, they work, but it's the time constraint. That's the coolest thing with like using the aerator. I mean, you're in and out in an hour and you're done. I mean,
I saw a comment.
Good.
I saw a comment on Reddit the other day which I was talking about earlier about the ozone, and the guy said that he had a customer say that was wondering why her car smelled like TV static for a couple days.
Chemical.
And I was like, that's a really good way to put it.
Yeah. Burnt chemical smells what people usually say for us when we talk to them about it.
And then we've got another one here from Functional Doc. Does chlorine dioxide kill surface mold in cars?
So any mold that you see, you're going to want to wipe because you don't obviously, I mean, if you have some stuff growing or whatever, it's always best to obviously attack it and just wipe it down. It will kill mold spores if the vehicle cabin is small enough. If you do like an expedition or something really big like that or whatever, you might want to put 2 kits inside of it or whatever. But for the most part, if you do a treatment inside of a vehicle, it will kill the mold spores. It's actually we've used it before to kill like bed bugs. You can use it, you can put it inside of like, you get a mattress bag, set one of them off inside the mattress bag or whatever. Cause basically it's choking out the air. It's just essentially what's happening. And then obviously the bugs can't breathe or whatever. Same thing. Like if you use one of the home kits or whatever, we always tell guys, make sure it's like no pets, no animals, no plants. Because you don't want to have a plant in the room because it's going to wind up changing the air and the plant's going to get suffocated because it doesn't have any oxygen to breathe.
That's a good tip. And then we've got from DJ here. Is there a limit to how often you can do a car with a bomb?
No, I got crazy. I got dudes that literally come by almost twice a month to pick up a couple of them just to have them and set them off all the time in their car. I would say they're non-traditionalists and driving around Cheech and Chong style.
What a gentle way to put that.
You guys don't really have to do that anymore. There's like so many other ways that you can like do that nowadays where like you don't have to be doing it like that. But you know, if you want to come by and grab a couple every month,
I could barely walk up the steps sober. Could you imagine?
Like I said, I just don't get it. I mean, you know, to each their own, do what you want or whatever. But it's like, just do that shit at your house.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry. My fault, JB. Last question.
Toto
and
says,
we want to do
this guy knows his stuff, and I was going to say that is that anytime I've watched you on a podcast, even on this one, anytime that you get a question, you have an answer. You're not, let me, you know,
sometimes.
You know your stuff. So, but a lot of people don't know their product very well, you know, especially if they're not.
Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? What company are you referring to?
None off the top of my head. But yeah, he knows his stuff, and that's the kind of guest I like.
You see this, John DePaul?
I had nobody in mind, man. Nobody.
I have somebody in mind, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. It's Thanksgiving. I'm thankful.
No, if I can, while everybody's on the chat still or whatever, any of you guys that have ordered from us before, do me a solid. Scroll to the bottom of the homepage and click on business accounts and sign yourself up for a business account. We have to approve them on the back end, but that'll give you the exclusive pricing or whatever that you guys get outside of just regular retail. I just want to make sure we kind of let everybody know that before we got off.
Hey, Alfred has a question. My cousin just brought a new to him car that's musty smell. It means it smells like cheeks from carpets being extracted but not dried properly. Shout out to Sock. Would you recommend one of the tab kits to try to kill that off?
So it's a great question. I'm happy somebody bought something like this up. We didn't really get into the minis too much, but the minis are like kind of our most slept on product, I would say. That people have kind of like really gotten a very strong liking for. I would personally, in a carpet situation that didn't dry out properly, because the padding has odors in it, I would definitely put mini into the steamer. You know, either mix the solution first and then pour it in your steamer and turn it on, or just drop the tablet in, whatever you want to do. But I would steam out the carpets, because what's going to happen is you're going to be spraying the steam down into the rug, which obviously is going to penetrate past the carpet and into the padding. But instead of just leaving hot water there, you're actually spraying the solution there, and the solution that stays there and dries is going to actually kill the odors that are in the pad, as opposed to just adding more water. You know what I mean? So, you know, for that situation, always use minis.
Real quick.
I mean, you can use a vehicle kit too, but
we're at the end of our show, and I wanted to do the giveaway while you're here, Christian, but I also wanted us to go around real quick. One thing you're thankful for. We'll start with our guests. John DePaul, just give me the light.
Well, I am especially thankful actually for my golden retriever, who's been by my side here the entire time. And
shout out to dogs, man.
That's right. She keeps me sane.
I'm with that.
Absolutely. Awesome. And I'm thankful for being here with you guys. I know that's pretty schmaltzy, but it is a
pleasure to have you, bro.
I like having you know, like our chat frequenters, like just to put a face to it, just to have a conversation. No, you know, nobody here needs to be strangers.
Absolutely.
I feel bad because I haven't been catching up on the chat. I want to like scroll back through. You guys are.
That's me. That's me every time. Like I can't catch up while I'm hosting.
I have no idea who's in here. I see a couple of names and stuff, but that's it. I mean,
or if I pay attention to them, then I don't hear what you're saying, and then it's a bad show altogether.
Right.
Christian, what are you thankful for?
First and foremost, guys, I want to thank everybody in the chat. Eddie, JB, Whiskey, you're obviously here on the chat today, but I mean, Jamie, everybody who supported us. Now I could scroll through the whole list of everybody in the chat who's given us an opportunity to show our products to you guys. And a lot of you have become some of our biggest supporters. Whenever we're talking to a new client or whatever, I'm always like, listen, you know, don't take my word for it. Jump on our Instagram or our socials and check out our tag pictures. Our clients, you know, speak wonders about our stuff. And I'm personally humbled that since we came on the social media scene since May, we've gotten embraced by you guys the way we have. So 100% thank you to everybody. I will 100% be thinking about you as I'm busting a fatty grub on Thursday.
JB, you gave yours, right?
You can go first if you want.
You go first. I got one that's gonna make me tear up a little bit.
Yeah, not to make anybody, not to keep it heavy at all, but I'm thankful for my health. I had my surgery earlier in the summer. Everything's been great, and I feel good, and I'm thankful for everyone that reached out to support. Text me, call me, FaceTime me, whatever. Like, it meant the world to me. Having this outlet to meet you guys, just thankful for everything that happened that summer. So thanks.
To keep it going, this podcast was actually a dream. I didn't want to keep going on Jamie's podcast and tainting his name because he loves everybody, even the stuff that's trash he loves. So this podcast came out of a necessity. I wanted to express my voice, but I wanted to have someone I could express it with. So thankful for JB for saying yes. At first I thought he was trolling me because we've been trolling each other for months. So I want to appreciate everyone in the community who watches. We went from people watching 30 views to now we get 57. Our average has been 73 the last 5 shows. Tuesday's kind of awkward, but appreciate everyone in chat. And then thank you for everyone who I got to meet in person, like Tim, Sock, Ivan, Nick, everyone who came to my house, Ulysses, and then grateful that we're able to bless people going forward. And Christian, you and I have spent a lot of time lately together. So I'm thankful that we have a platform where we could just keep it real, be honest, and love one another. Sometimes it gets a bit heavy. And then I'm grateful that my wife, bro, it's on the mend. When she rang that bell, it meant the world to me. So, yeah, that got kind of heavy. But yeah, with that said, I think people are thankful for a giveaway. What we got, Christian? What we giving away today?
We're going to do a vehicle deodorization kit. We're going to do a 10-pack of minis, and we're going to do a BioFresh bar of your choice.
All right.
I have a question.
You got a question, or are we going to let John DePaul ask a question?
Oh, we can let the guest of honor.
Hey, John DePaul. His name's John Paul, by the way. I just keep on calling him. I just call him John DePaul because I'm like, give me the light and pass the drove. That's the song that comes on. Right.
Yes.
John P, what's up? What kind of question you got?
Oh boy, putting me on the spot here.
Think about it.
Yeah, circle back to me, please. Thank you.
All right, we'll do 2 because I want to give away something. JB asked you a question for the BioBombs.
All right, I got one here. I will put it at the bottom. Actually, I'm not going to scroll it. All right, what was the name of the service that Christian recommends offering?
Ooh,
he said it many times.
That's a good question. That's a good question. That's my co-host.
Very good question.
Let's see.
You got it on lock, man.
Let's see.
He's like 10 times taller than the spicy ones, dude. Though.
Hey, JB, how tall are you? Yeah?
I am 6 feet 7 inches.
No shit, dude.
240 pounds.
Hey, which one we picking? So we got.
Damn.
How tall are you, Christian?
I'm 6'4". You got me by 3 inches.
I'm 6 foot. I think 6'1". I don't know. I'm fat though.
John Paul, how tall are you? Let's go around.
Let me see who we got here.
I'm eye level with Eddie.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, what we got? Who won?
I'm looking.
Battlezone. That's Battlezone all day. At least that's what I say.
Where's he at?
That's what I see as well. Interior
air quality.
All right, time out. Battlezone, you're in Canada. We'll Venmo you cash. Because there's
that's fine. Well, listen, we're working out Canada, guys. We're working out Canada.
All right, email me at
this. I promise, Doer. You're gonna be the first one, Doer, to get something.
No, he won't.
Or Doer.
I'm just saying. I'm always feeling left out. We're always asking how the weather is and shit. And
that's nicer than we are.
Yeah, wait, don't even feel bad for Doer. He gets all this product and details one car every 6 months. All right. One more question. I want to give something away. JP, what's your question? They don't do Venmo in Canada. You're gonna have to do PayPal because I don't know why they don't do that. I didn't know that. That's unique.
They don't have Hulu either. We had to teach Doer about Hulu.
Yeah, I told him he could use my account, but then I realized
he can't get it.
They can't monetize on it, so they won't let him use it. All right.
Interesting.
JP, ask your question.
What was the brand name of the paint that we showed?
Oh, dude!
That's a good one. Who screenshotted?
Ooh.
I'm telling you guys, don't hesitate. Hit me up. I'll talk to you about it in more detail, or I'll do a video for you just to make you believe it even more.
I'm not picking the winner. I'm gonna let Christian pick the winner because if they get mad, they can email you and then you can get pissed. But what we're gonna give away here is I'm gonna buy some BioBombs to support my brethren. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna buy it. No, for real. I'm gonna buy you a gift.
Right Battle's got it again, man. He about to get
no.
Wait,
you can't win twice. You can't win twice. Who won? Who won? I don't think he won.
This guy, but he put a U in it.
Does that count?
I don't know.
He can't. He's in Canada. All right.
Isn't that how they spell it over there?
I don't know how they spell it. It's not English.
I think that is how they spell it.
How do you say it? Cooler? Wait, where's Dewart at? Because he said something to me the other day and I was confused. He was like, "Let's look at."
He's the first one I see. Do you? Can you confirm that? Or, like, what are you?
Is it Quick Color?
Yeah, it's definitely Dewart.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
it's not dish, right? It's not dish, right?
I mean, if you want it, it's not. No.
Congrats.
It's Quick Color.
All right, Dewart. I'll Carzilla you something. Probably buy you some PNS stuff since you love that stuff. All right.
Everyone, I get what you to get with that stuff. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for having me, boys.
Shout yourself out. Shout, where can they find you? Where can they subscribe? We'll start with JP first.
Oh, I told you at the beginning, I got to build my my online presence. So yeah, I'll come back to you at a later time.
Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Are you
super happy that you won every?
What?
Are you single? Because I think there's some ladies in chat. Are you? What's your relationship status? Is it single or
it's
dating?
Me and my golden retriever. That's
all right. Listen up. I'll give you his cell phone number. I'll let him deal with you.
We got a whole new podcast coming.
Hey, he's single, ready to mingle, but you gotta like dogs, detailing, and not be drama. So that's like half of you is gone. All right,
yeah.
Christian, where can they find you, boss?
BioBombs, any social media, at biobombs.com.
BioBombs.
DM, text, call, email. We're here for you.
He answers. I can vouch for that.
Yes, sir.
Follow me at JBizzle, all the things. Yeah, that's all I got. Eddie, take us home.
Follow me at nevershipyourstuff.com in a bubble bag. And EC Details, YouTube, Road to 3,000. Right, we got our 2,000 winner on here, 3,000 winner.
Yes, sir.
And then we're not going to do something until 6,000 because the 6,000 one we're flying you out to get trained personally. I'm working on.
You heard it here first.
Hotel, flight,
motel,
food. We're gonna fly you out.
I hope Dewar wins that.
I hope he doesn't because that's expensive. I hope someone in Florida wins it. I hope Ricky or G Davis wins it, or Kimberly. I hope somebody. Look, my Canadian brethren, I love you, but gosh darn it, bro, everything's expensive over there. No, we'll fly you out. It'll be out of the Canada or US. I don't care. But appreciate everybody. G Davis, I am a Phillies fan. Hats, and I love the baseball team when the Yankees can't win. They haven't won in a long time, so just to throw it out there. Appreciate everyone. Thank you for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Stay brown. Stay white. Stay black. Stay Puerto Rican. We're out.